Hello, hello, everyone. It is Wednesday, March 24th, and this is a very special edition of our FIO fam. What do we call it? Video jam. I think that's our internal code word for these. Today is the 1-year anniversary of the mainnet launch of the FIO protocol. So we are super excited. Once again, I'm joined by KDC. My name is Luke Stokes. I'm the managing director for the Foundation for Interwallet Operability, which is a nonprofit that is trying to help support FIO protocol. So we're just super excited. Today is a really cool day. How you doing, Katie?
Great. I'm doing really well. I'm so excited for this. I've got so much energy right now. And happy birthday, FIO. Happy birthday to all of the block producers that have been a part of it, the DAPX team that initially launched it. To you, I know this is a huge milestone too. So really excited to be a part of it. And just want to announce early in this video, so stay tuned. Towards the end of the video, we will share some details about a $10,000 competition to celebrate the 1 year.
$10,000. Yes.
10,000.
Stay tuned.
Yes. So stay tuned, stick with us. We've got some good stuff coming up, and we will definitely get into those details here towards the end of the video.
Yeah, we're going to talk about just a bunch of cool ideas, amazing things that we've been working on, just what the team has been ideating on. A lot of these things have been worked on for last handful of months or more. We're going to talk about active FIO addresses and what the chain has been doing on chain. We're going to show some historic moments for the chain as far as the chain launch. We're going to talk a bit about the block producers. We're going to talk a little bit about the FIO token and how its value supports the security of the chain and how that's been doing really well for a very healthy network. We talk about the BPs and how you could vote for them or proxy your vote to someone else. And then, of course, the $10,000 contest. So very excited about all that. It's been a long, incredible journey to get here. As you may or may not know, just a little bit of backstory for how I personally got here. There was this amazing project, this company building this incredible thing to make crypto easier for everybody. And it was funny, even then I was like, they brought me on as a consultant and advisor saying, hey, we really would like you to participate. And I was involved in the EOS.IO community. I was involved in the Steam and Hive community before that, as far as delegated proof of stake blockchains. So I was very passionate about this technology and how it can be used for cool things. And I remember early on, I was like, we should get Katie involved. I met Katie in Miami and I was like, we should get Katie involved. And for whatever reason, you were busy with other stuff and whatever reason, it didn't end up working out. But ultimately, many months later, it worked out. I ended up being asked to step up as the managing director for the Cayman nonprofit. At the time, I was just a consultant for the company that built the first version of the protocol, the DAPX company. Their team now is completely working directly for the foundation. And the foundation was a separate entity, Cayman nonprofit, that took the code, basically purchased it from the company, DAPX, and open sourced it. And the amazing block producer community from the EOS.IO community and some from Hive as well came and launched the chain in a fully decentralized open network. And that happened a year ago. It was actually April 2nd that the chain activated as well. So we have like a couple different dates involved, but the chain itself, like the first accounts, which we'll show here in a minute, actually started today, 1 year ago. So super exciting. And myself, it's been an honor to be a part of this project. I've been super excited about making crypto accessible to everyone. And I love one of the things that Katie brought to this conversation was making it joyful, making it fun to use crypto. This is like money of the future. This is the Jetson stuff, right? We're doing all this incredible new technology, but it can't be so confusing and stressful and crazy. And I love how you brought that narrative to our conversation. Super cool.
Yeah, it's funny. And just since we're going down a little bit of memory lane, and just to introduce myself and how I'm involved a little bit too. So I met you, Luke, at that North American Bitcoin conference in Miami in 2020, right? Yeah,
I can keep track of the days anymore. Yeah, shout out to Mo.
That was the last conference I went to before the lockdown. And and I remember talking to you, and you were explaining what FIO did, and that it made crypto easier by getting rid of the public keys and having like a human readable address. And I'm like, yeah, totally, that makes a lot of sense. I was on board. Cool. And it wasn't until later in the year that we actually started to dive a little bit deeper into, or at least I know I did, into the project. And I was like, okay, wait a second, this is in alignment for me. And for those who know me will back this up. I don't work with just anybody. I had my own agency in this industry for years. I've been very fortunate to work with fantastic, phenomenal people. But right now with this, it was like, I just saw it, and it supported all the values that are important to me in this industry and why I'm in the industry in the first place. And that's everything. If I don't have that, then I can't get on board. And FIO had that. They're doing it in a way that's extremely thoughtful of the community. And so I was like, yeah, I want it, and I want to help build this. So
I feel the same way. I mean, I literally joined initially part-time. I mean, who does managing director part-time? Like, I had so many other things going on. I was like, I have all these other commitments. I'm involved in a lot of different things, a lot of different communities, but it captivated me. And it was this idea that it's a decentralized business model. So everyone who adds value to the network benefits. It's a decentralized autonomous consortia, a DAC. As you know, I've been very, very passionate about DACs and DAOs for a number of years now. And I look at it and think, we can build really cool DACs and DAOs. We can build amazing DeFi and NFT platforms and like supply chain management and invent the money of the future and new governance systems. We can do so many cool things with Bitcoin and blockchain and cryptocurrency. But if we don't make it easy to use, if it's stressful, if it's confusing, if it causes people frustration, it's not going to happen. And so that's the part where I was like, okay, I have all these incredible ideas for what we can do with this technology. And I felt this way for more than 8 years. And I realized like, but we got to make it easy. We got to make it fun. So that's why I'm involved in this, super excited about it. And yeah, we've got some cool things to share. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen a little bit here. And we're going to just talk through, I thought it'd be kind of fun to show some of the ideas that our team has come up with. I mean, we've talked about how we can improve DeFi with FIO. And this is a conversation that Katie's been passionate about. I really appreciate, like, FIO address, should it be FIO handle, should it be wallet handle? So like, we're still even discovering ourselves, and the amazing community feedback on that thread if you want to. And everything I'm showing you here, it's all open. You can go create an Atlassian account, and shout out to Atlassian that because we're a nonprofit, they give us free accounts. So the Jira tools and the Confluence tools, anyone can go and create an account here and participate. You can add your thoughts on these conversations. We've talked about FIO for multi-chain token usability, one-sided FIO transactions, where if you've got like one person has a FIO account, the other person doesn't. We've got some ideas how you can make that really easy through email and our upcoming dashboard, how FIO could be used for identity, even exchanges. And there's so many amazing ideas that our team comes up with and the community is participating in. I've got a little prototype for FIO groups that I came up with, where you can build DACs and DAOs groups with admins, all done with FIO domains and FIO addresses. I'm really excited about that. It might even relate to, I know Dan Lermer in the EOSIO community is doing some interesting things with his little groups idea. And I've been thinking about going, wow, what I built might even work for that. There's so much here, how it can help with NFTs for artists to know, what is their collection, what isn't, what's a valid NFT that's really, the original and what's not. Any other things you want to highlight here? Oh, even this one is huge. Inter-exchange transfer liquidity, meaning if his exchanges are sending tokens back and forth all the time, what if they were able to do it not even on chain? Meaning if I withdraw 1,000 Bitcoin from one exchange A, and then I'm depositing to exchange B, that Bitcoin, and then vice versa, there's 900 Bitcoin from exchange B to exchange A. Well, really the net is only 100 Bitcoin difference. So instead of all these crazy high gas fees going back and forth with thousands and thousands of individual transactions, what if they used FIO requests as their trusted ledger to manage those deposits and withdrawals? And then they could only settle for the difference, maybe like once a day or something like that. I mean, this is how the credit card companies and all these other networks work. They have these other settlement layers that happen. And so basically FIO could provide that. There's so many cool things we could do. So
that is really huge. I want to add to this too. So we'll have the link in the video. So if you're looking at this and you're like, where do I find this? Link is in the description below. But I want to add to this too, that, the health of the foundation, and courtesy of, big shout out to David Gold, who's been really on point with guiding and steering and like evaluating the budget every step of the way, because crypto is so volatile. It takes a really special skill set, I think, to manage that. And Luke, yourself as well. And but the team has done phenomenal navigating to this point, to this first year anniversary and looking beyond. And because of that, there are a lot of opportunities as well. And FIO is like prime for, its next level of expansion and growing the active workers. And so I just want to put that out there too. If any of this is interesting, there's going to be opportunities that some of the core active workers have already outlined, but then there's an abundance of opportunity. It's an open source project. It's a startup. There's no shortage. So if you have an idea, like that's what this is about. So I just want to invite you guys to check it out, get involved. I think the best way, because this can be a lot, because there's a lot of content everybody's publishing from the core active worker team, to the FIO Atlassian products. And so the best advice that I would say is to get into the FIO Discord, which is just fioprotocol.io/chat. That's also in the description below. But yeah, jump into the Discord. Everybody's hanging out there. That's the quickest way to get responses and to get plugged in with the right folks, depending on what your skill set and interests are. So would love to have you guys in there.
Awesome. Yes. And I just, as you were talking, I was quickly scrolling through some of the cool things we've already completed. We've got a FIO dashboard, which is huge. We've got wrapping tokens. I mean, these are things we've talked about in previous videos, wrapping FIO protocol on the Ethereum network for both the NFTs and the tokens. So much more cool stuff we could talk about, but you are watching because you want to hear about this $10,000 contest. So let's keep going. I want to highlight just a couple more things related to the year-long anniversary that we're celebrating today. This is also at graph.FIO Protocol.io. This is data that you can track, and there's a whole bunch of incredible things here. I just, everyone loves to see graphs go up and to the right? So we're talking about chain activity. One of the main metrics that we want to track is this active FIO addresses. And you can see over time, this is heading the correct direction. Last month we had over 20,000 active addresses. And what this means is 24,000. What this means is people that are mapping addresses, they're sending FIO requests, they're accepting or rejecting FIO requests, they're interacting with their FIO address in some way. And this just is a great way to think about the data, breaking it down. We're always tracking these KPIs, key performance indicators. How are we knowing if we're improving? How are we growing? So there's a whole bunch of great stuff that you can track here. Again, all this data is available in public. One thing else I wanted to highlight was just, again, because it's March 24th, is back here, you can see this is like on page 26,000 of the EOS.io account, the main account here for the chain. You can see it was started creating the system accounts right here at 8 p.m., March 24th, 2020. So I just wanted to show that really cool bit of history as the very first accounts on the chain. And again, shout out to our amazing, incredible community. These block producers, many of them have been with us this entire year, are the reason this chain is secure. They are the reason why this chain is launched. They are the ones that launched this chain. There was no central entity, no central company that did this. They all came together and they made this happen. And we have such a phenomenal community of highly skilled, highly technical block producers that are making FIO what it is today. So I just want to, again, give a huge shout out to them.
Yes, shout out.
Without them, none of this exists. And as it relates to the health and security of the network, as you know, it's a delegated proof of stake network, meaning the token itself, the value of the token as well, is important for securing the network. You as a token holder, you get to put those block producers in their positions as active block producers or backups. And as we see here, we have a very healthy network as far as that value supporting those block producers, securing the network. If the token was just very easy to get a whole bunch of them and you could just kind of vote in a bunch of 20 sock puppets, then you wouldn't be able to trust your mappings that Luke at Stokes maps to my Bitcoin address. If someone could attack the chain and somehow change that, that would be a bad situation. And thankfully, and I'm so very happy that this network is very strong. There's liquidity as well, so people can move in and out of the token and they can support the network. You can see we've had these incredible moments of, hundreds of millions of dollars of liquidity, people moving in and out of the token. There's been excitement from the cryptocurrency community for the FIO token. This is just showing the last 3 months. And I highlight all this again to highlight the point that the security of the network, the votes that you make for block producers with your token stake is important. And so we have here, there are tools like this. Shout out to Blockpain, who's built some really great tools, and they are a proxy as well. So if you don't want to keep track of all these, as you can see here, all these details of like who's actively participating in setting fees and participating with the MSIGs to modify the chain and all these kind of different things, do they have a good website where they are setting all the different things up as they need to be, providing good APIs and things like that. there are proxies that are, as you can see, building tools to track all this stuff and make their recommendation on who a great block producer is. So if you haven't yet, definitely check out the opportunity to vote for block producers or set a great proxy. And I just, again, want to highlight the amazing block producer community that is enabling this chain to be so secure and provide such value that it has. And so without further ado, I think we're going to jump right into what most of you are waiting for. Katie, why don't you take it away and tell us what we got going on?
Absolutely. So I am so excited to bring this to the community. To celebrate the 1-year anniversary of FIO, we are going to run a 2-week-long $10,000 campaign. And what this is actually, if you could hop to the Medium post for me. So this is a FIO video competition. You can scroll down a little bit. So we're going to give away a minimum of $10,000 in FIO tokens, most likely more. Everyone who participates and follows the rules and the terms and conditions of the contest is guaranteed to win I think it's 100 FIO tokens. But for those who want to really flex their video creator muscles and participate in the big prize, you can see here we have a first place of 5,000, second of 2,500, third of 1,000, and fourth all the way through 10, $300 each. And so we could go up to what some of the videos are going to be about. The way that this is going to work is that we're hoping that the community gets excited and they want to participate in this. And we're looking to see what kind of content you guys can help create to explain what FIO is. These are just some of the sample topics that we would, guide and advise on. And, you can increase your chances of winning by submitting more than one video. However, only one prize per person will be rewarded. But if you want to increase your chances and create multiple videos and you think that you can have a good chance at winning that first prize, by all means participate. So some of the things are explained in your own words. Would love to hear how you guys think about FIO. How do you explain it to your friends and family? What problems is FIO solving? There's a lot of content, and we give links in this post as well to help you with that, but also what are like the 3 to 5 biggest problems? A competitive analysis between ENS, unstoppable domains, and as basic as how to use FIO. How do you use FIO in the different integration partners that we have? Talking about the different features. How do you register a FIO address? How do you send? How do you request? And talk over. And even further than that, if you happen to natively speak, I want to say emphasize natively, you natively speak, a second language in addition to English, submit it in Spanish, submit it in Portuguese, Mandarin, whatever language it is for you, that counts as an extra video. So you could be the master of how to use FIO in Edge Wallet and you happen to speak 3 languages. Well, there you go. You can do the same video in 3 different languages and increase your chances that way. So follow the rules and the terms and conditions are all laid out. The competition will start on Monday, the 29th at midnight of March. It'll go for 2 weeks until the 11th at 11:59 p.m. This is all in UTC time. And so that gives you a little bit of time. So we're trying to make sure that the playing field is level in terms of competition, because the way that the competition is going to be judged is going to be on view count as a big part of who wins the first, second, third, and fourth through 10th prizes. So with that, when you create your video, you upload it to YouTube, you've filled out your form so we know what link and video to be tracking and monitoring as part of this contest. Share it across your social media, get your friends and your family to share it. Any way that you can help get that video out so that more people see it, that is one of the key metrics that we'll be judging this competition through. If there happens to be a tie, we'll judge it by the total number of likes on the video. And the other key metric too is, so we'll be assessing how much time and effort really went into this video. Like, were you really thoughtful? Did you really understand what you were trying to educate and teach about in this video? And the steering committee from the foundation will, be reviewing all of these videos together and, including our votes on this, but that's mostly it. So this is all live. The link is in the description below. You can read more about it. There's a tweet out there, and we'll be promoting it from here on, hoping to get a lot of good competition. That last post, if you can go ahead and share the tweet again, Luke. So if you're not a creator, if you don't feel confident in making a video for FIO, I want to make sure that everybody can participate and have fun on this. It's a 1-year celebration. It's inclusive. So as simple as just commenting, liking, and retweeting that post, we're offering another 100 FIO tokens out there. And there's a lot of activity. So I scheduled this post while I was sleeping. So it came out when I was sleeping. I woke up and I'm like, oh, wow, there's a lot of engagement. But anyway, it's really cool to see all the love, everybody wishing everybody FIO a happy first birthday.
This is super awesome. I'm so excited about this project, Katie. I know you came up with this and just was like, hey, let's do this. And it all came together. And I just thank you for your efforts on this. Thank you, community, for showing up. I think this is going to be really exciting to see these videos. I do want to highlight, although we're going to be looking at like view counts and stuff like that, if you're going to in any way manipulate that, then you're going to be disqualified. So make sure these are genuine. We're really looking for organic, genuine growth, people that are excited about what we're doing. And I do think we have an amazing protocol. I think we have an amazing user experience. I think we have something that's really important for the whole cryptocurrency ecosystem. And so it's just a matter of letting people know about it. So really cool contests like this is just a way to help people get the word out, let other people know about it, and create an excitement to this to say, hey, you can get your own FIO address. You can get your own NFT, your own domain name or your own FIO address, your own self-sovereign control of your own wealth, and make it in a super easy experience, just like PayPal or Venmo or any of the other centralized systems. But like Katie was saying earlier, we didn't sacrifice any of our values, any of our core beliefs as blockchain advocates for why we care about this technology, why this industry matters to us, is that self-sovereign control of your own value and the ability to really build your own freedom. And so very, very excited about this contest, about the 1-year anniversary, and everything that all the team that has worked so hard to get to this place. Shout out to everyone with an active worker proposal. We've got over a dozen now, and I love that we pay them through FIO requests. I was on a call just yesterday with one of the team members, and she was it was kind of like a sales call, and she was talking about how great it was to get paid with a FIO request, and she's been in crypto for a long time, and being able to like submit that request each month and get paid in that experience. We do eat our own dog food, as they say in the software industry. We use the technology that we're continually improving and building. Shout out to all our partners, all the different wallets and exchanges that have the vision and foresight to see the importance of usability and what's coming with the mass adoption of cryptocurrency to integrate the FIO protocol. And thank you to all those who are in the process right now of evaluating whether FIO is right for your community and whether or not you want to prioritize it on your roadmap and put it first, put your user experience first. Thank you so much. I know there's a number of you that are in the process of thinking this through. And so very excited about our community. As Katie mentioned, there's a lot of room for everyone to participate. The foundation is doing well, and we love to use that community treasury to support activities that continue to promote the FIO protocol. So if you've got skills, you've got ideas, you've got things you want to do, come and join our community, let us know about it. And we have a steering committee that will evaluate those and hopefully support really cool stuff. So man, it's been a great video. Thank you again, Katie, for all the awesome stuff you're doing. I'm so appreciative that you're part of this community, and I'm looking forward to seeing these videos. I'm looking forward to seeing what you all come up with. This is going to be super fun.
I'm very excited. Please connect with us in the Discord. We would love to hear from you. Any questions you've got, we are around. So until next week or until Discord, we will catch you later. Thanks, everyone.